thing we're going to touch on is navigation. Now, there's two different types of navigation in a Bluebeam Revu. The first one deals with large format documents. So on a large format document, you're going to zoom by using your scroll wheel.
Yeah, and if I can interrupt, they use the same exact commands that the CAD packages used on the mouse. So all of your zooming in, zooming out is the wheel. So they've copied that. Revu knows any document that's larger than 8.5 by 11, and it defaults to behave like a CAD mouse.
Yeah, for the large formats, and it uses the same shortcuts as Adobe Acrobat. So Control-0 brings up the full screen, Control- zooms out, Control+ for the large format documents. To pan, you just left click. You'll notice the hand kind of grabs the paper, and then you can just hold down the left click button. You can just move around your workspace however you want to. So navigation's really easy on a large format document. Now, small format documents, those act a little differently. Instead of zooming, scrolling scrolls the sheet. So Bluebeam can automatically detect. So if you want to zoom in, you need to hold down Control, and you'll notice the little hand gets a magnifying glass next to it. And then you can scroll to zoom in and zoom out. Now you can tell your document size. A real easy way is down here in the right corner. It'll tell you your document size. So is this an 8.5 by 11? And if we go back up to our drawing, it'll tell us it's a 30 by 42. There's also shortcut buttons down here. So if you had clicked on something and panning wasn't working, like if you had your selection tool and you couldn't pan, you could go down here and click back on the pan hand or hit Shift-V, and then you could go back to panning. There's also a zoom shortcut, or you can just hit Z. So if you like the window approach, you can click on that icon and zoom with the window. Okay, let's see. We can also split our view if we want to. There's some window view buttons down here. There's also a full screen button if you want to zoom out all the way on your document. So if we wanted to split our vertical view, we could click here or hit Control-2, and that creates two copies of the same thing. We can do this up to 16 times. A nice thing is you can sync these. Yeah, there we go. So if we zoom in here, it will also do it over here. I'm trying to find the sync button in this profile.
Yeah, it's not in that profile.
Yeah, that's why I can't find
it.
So
you got yeah, so you got to go up to View and then Synchronize.
View. Let's see.
About 5/8 of the way down the page. Yeah, it's already checked, so it's already turned on by default.
Yeah, so if we didn't want to synchronize, we could turn that off, and then we could zoom in on the left, like if we wanted to look at this stairwell here, but at the same time, we needed to look at something over here in this stairwell. We could have the same drawing open in two separate views. Now we can do this vertically, horizontally. So if you need to look at different items, you could also pull these out and do a fly out. So if you wanted to have one view on your second monitor or another view on your first monitor, it's really easy to work with. If you want to go back to one view, you just go back down to here where you split your view to unsplit, and it takes you back to just one of your views.